Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about investing in the digital asset space. And let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. So another coincidence with Ripple and, essentially global domination. None of this is financial advice, but please do your own research. Connect the dots yourselves and you'll see how deep this rabbit hole really goes. And eventually you're going to understand this all isn't just dot connecting. Eventually, between gambling and investing, you're gathering information to be on your side to increase the probability and likelihood of massive success. In the digital asset space, we know it's volatile. We know these are emerging markets. The transfer of wealth is coming. I'm also extremely bullish on suppressed assets like precious metals. But if you do not understand that we are going towards a digital society, which means that everything is being tokenized to some degree and the benefits behind that accompanied with asset fractionalization, it simply means you have not done the research. If you are a person that says XRP at 20 cents, we've been suppressed for 2-3 years, scam coin, you're an idiot. Go check out another video because you guys are clearly missing what is happening behind the scenes. Ripple, as I've gone over a million times, for ODL, on-demand liquidity, this is low-value global transactions with high volume. This is the stepping stone to get to the next level for higher-value transactions. There is a method to the madness. So again, former president and CEO of the DTCC, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, Don Donohue. Guys, do you understand his connections to Ripple? He joined as an actual advisor for Ripple. His whole experience and background is perfect. I don't think there is anyone more qualified than him. I was even talking to Mickey B. Fresh again. And people don't realize this, and he made a great point. Like, he's kind of digging into the DTCC's, PDFs now, and here's what he said. He goes, I don't think many people in the XRP community realize that Don Donohue is probably the most qualified person in history to be running RippleNet. Again, all the banks connected to them, guys. He's the chairman of a RippleNet committee, formerly the Global Payments Steering Group, GPSG. Okay, this is before it was called RippleNet. I mean, we have all the information in front of you, but nobody talks about this because everyone's looking at price. Society, a lot of people are sheep. They're so myopic and nearsighted, they're missing what is right in front of them, and they do not understand what this Cambrian explosion could potentially be. I'm not going to do a price prediction, just understand I am bullish in this space with many assets that solve real problems. All right, if you think that Ripple is merely just some random successful company by chance, you have another thing coming. This, to me, the more I look, you kind of realize that a lot of this was planned, kind of like chess pieces with strategy. All right, so right here, and sorry if I keep sniffling. So again, we understand his background, so to no surprise, and the DTCC is a behemoth, guys. Even their subsidiaries in 2018 processed security transactions valued at more than 1.85 quadrillion US dollars. So, anywhere from 1.6 to 2 quadrillion dollars that needs to be settled. We've heard about Project Ion. We've heard about Whitney. We know their connection, and they said they're going to be using CLS for foreign exchange settlement. Okay? Who is CLS integrated with? We keep connecting the dots, and we've talked about all of this, and it all goes back to RippleNet and integrations. So, CLS, they chose Finastra, and they'll be using Global Pay Plus. Global Pay Plus, the foundation of that technology and that payment platform, is integrated with RippleNet. We've shown everything in the past, and this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. XRP is not going to solve all the problems, but it will be an underlying technology in solving for the payment stack, and the foundation is the settlement layer of the payment stack in the future. All right? This is, this is not too much speculation, guys. These are just facts and connecting the dots, and you can decide how much of the market share and how big of an, influence this will have. All right. So again, we know Ripple Labs names Don Donohue as an advisor. We understood this. You guys can understand this even right here. They say transactions worth than 1.6 quadrillion annually. We get it. The DTCC, he was the CEO and the COO as well. All right. Very, very big track record. We can go, into detail if you guys want to do your own homework. Please do and see for yourselves. Right? And then we understand here. And again, this is by Marcus Treacher announcing Ripple's Global Payments Steering Group. Now, this is years ago. Guys, the probability that some government body, perhaps the IMF, some version of a development bank, Bank of International Settlements, saw the XRP ledger for what it was, pushed Ripple aside because governments do not innovate. They adopt and take over something that they like. the likelihood, now this is just the conspiracy part, the likelihood that they saw something that they liked and said, hey, we're going to lock half in escrow, the 50 billion supply for future use, and we're rolling this out in the future. It's there. I'm not going to give you a probability, but I'm just saying you have to entertain the thought. If you say, no, that's too good to be true, it's, impossible, it just means that, you can't really entertain other thoughts and you're seeing things one way. I've looked at it all. I've looked at the possibility of XRP being a scam. I've looked at it going up slow and steady, value. If XRP was going up slow and steady, it would have already been doing this by now. The first time that I saw XRP price, it was at about 0.005, like half a penny, maybe a little bit more, like 0.007. And yeah, we've gone up, 40x from that point. But this is just the beginning. It's not meant to be a stable coin at $1. It's not meant to be below that. The people understand the tech. We've heard the valuations of $2, $30, $120, and then so on with multiplier effects. I just think that we are in store for something big, and I don't think people comprehend this is more than just XRP. This is the revolution, like truly an evolution of the financial system, and then it will go into other verticals as well. So right here, guys, talking about the series funding, and again, this is Marcus Treacher, and I just want to show you a quick clip again. Marcus Treacher, even Galgatron pointing it out. Now, this clip, pay attention to this, and I'll tell you a little bit about this gentleman. This is not just some random guy, okay? I'm sharing information from the horse's mouth, okay? So check this out, 16 seconds, how he says this digital transformation, at least in this value system, will take place.
So I think the disruption will come because the technology is attacking every piece of the value chain. And the difficult point is that by the time it's obvious what's happening, it will have happened.
By the time it's obvious that it is happening, it already would have happened. Listen to that again. It's basically attacking every point of this value chain. It seems like they are going for all or nothing at this point.
Of the value chain. And the difficult point is that by the time it's obvious what's happening, it will have happened.
All right, now let's read a little bit about this gentleman. So Marcus Treacher, SVP of Customer Success at Ripple, over 30 years of experience in transaction banking and payments tech, 12 years in global leadership roles at HSBC, another RippleNet partner, and served as a board member on the global board of Swift for 6 years. Prior to joining, we can see, look, of GPI, Global's head of payments innovation, or HSBC, I'm sorry, not GPI. So used to seeing that acronym. And again, just talking about his experience at HSBC. And then look, leadership roles at Citigroup and Accenture. Accenture, one of the first investors in Ripple, helping the digital transformation of DLT adoption as well for Swift, R3, and Ripple. But I'm sure that's just another coincidence. I'm sure they're not trying to go for global takeover. And I'm sure they're, not trying to be strategic. This company is truly smart with what they're doing. We can see here, non-executive director of CHAPS as well, the UK's real-time gross settlement clearing company for 2 years as well. Guys, CHAPS has some monstrous volume as well. You guys, we can look at these other, networks and, Fedwire, ACH, but I know it seems too good to be true. It is unbelievable what is happening here. Okay, and if you want, I recommend even going here. This is ripple.com/company/leadership. Just go through a few of these people and your mind will be blown and you're going to kind of understand the chess pieces are moving in place. Okay, Stuart Alderati alone is probably one of my favorite people. It's just unbelievable. Okay, all right, let's keep going here. So let's see, we ranted about, Don Donohue, that's bullish. Ranted a little about him being aboard and leading the Global Payment Steering Group. Now let's check out this quote. He said the creation of the GPSG is significant because this represents the first time that major banks have formulated policies to govern the transfer of money across borders using blockchain. I'm very excited to be part of this group forward-looking leaders who are building the payments network of the future today. Okay, talking about this to reduce time and cost of settlement, enabling new types of high volume, low value global transactions. Now understand, Ripple, low value. We're looking at other groups, R3, high value, Corda integrated with XRP. The lawsuit for 5 billion XRP was a few years ago between Ripple and R3. Why on earth would R3 still fight to get that 5 billion XRP at discount and sue them for no potential, interest in using XRP as a bridge asset? Okay, yeah, maybe it's just another coincidence because, yeah, that's why they, want the huge XRP to sell and dump on the market rather than utilize a multi-currency new technology. All right, now we'll keep going. please check this out. This is absolutely phenomenal, this website here. I mean, this is just on Ripple Insights again, but just realize this is in 2016 and how deep this rabbit hole goes. Again, Ripple announced the creation of this first interbank group for global payments based off of DLT. Okay, Bank of America, Santander, Unicredit, Standard Chartered, West, all RippleNet partners, guys. Royal Bank of Canada, they're the founding members of this group. Okay, and then CIBC will join the GPSG as a new member. This is all just cooked in, but nobody talks about this because guess what? You're complaining that XRP is at 15 cents or 20 cents instead of understanding what is being built and understanding that these prices are just fake and, you know, suppressed by who knows, Bitcoin whales. Doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, you guys trying to discover this. Understand the technology, look at the partnerships, and see where you are going with this roadmap. It is not when, it's not if, it is how big. So we're going to go right here again. Stephen Bull from the DF sharing this, guys. This is Faisal Khan, a remittance expert who has many years of experience in the cross-border payments industry. He's talking specifically, this video rants about how promising XRP is as a bridge currency. That's the use case. It's not trying to be a global currency and take over. It's just trying to bridge and help the existing system function. Like, simple. And this is it right here. I'm going to link this in the top of the video description. And then Faisal actually points out a video he loves of David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple as well. Okay, I mean, just listen to these guys that know how the remittance markets actually work, and global markets for that matter. And then David Schwartz, again, mad scientist, genius, one of the most genuine people that I've ever heard, and just, you know, levels beyond in terms of intelligence. So again, I'm going to link this in the top of the video description as well. Check it out. I mean, there's even some complaints going, well, why is XRP so low? So this is really cool to see him address these questions. All right, let's keep going. And also, another point I wanted to make, and I saw this on Twitter, and I'm actually just reading this right now. Barry Curley, again, the gentleman that was sharing a lot of information with Link, and understand that, yeah, I'm a long-term, you know, investor and holder of Link, but I kind of did a recent video on my second channel. If you want to talk, you know, kind of check that out, feel free to. Let's get that subscriber count up, and let me know what other cryptocurrencies you want to see me talk about on that channel. I'll try to be honest and frank, but again, it's easier to talk about something that I actually support and respect. So again, I do like Link. Chainlink is, again, it's not a competitor to XRP. Please understand that there's going to be multiple winners in the space. And yes, with this old technology that's built 40 years ago, there's a bunch of use cases and things that need updating, integrations. We need to reduce the friction in not only, you know, value transfers, but also data and messaging, and decentralize this infrastructure due to counterparty risk and obviously, you know, mutual mistrust existing in the current system rather than mutual trust. Okay, so again, with Swift GPI, it's a tool that's planning to be used by Swift, and this is Barry Curley, by the way. Now, Chainlink is part of the technology behind the Swift GPI technology. Swift and Ripple, though, are, you know, seen as competitors. Once again, Ripple and Chainlink are not competitors. Chainlink deals in data, information, the messaging, the API, accurate information on and off chain for smart contracts. We get it. And then Ripple deals in cross-border transfers utilizing XRP for settlements. Okay? Food for thought. I just want to keep saying this because there's a lot of newcomers in the space that just don't get it yet. All right. Next up, so we have Arturo Portilla, guys. Just a summary of progress made by Coil. Again, another behemoth making some moves. Notice that Ripple, in my opinion, I think they're extremely quiet. But I mean, for example, with Coil, obviously Ripple backed the Stephen Thomas, you know, he was former CTO of Ripple, but he went to go and work on Coil for the XRP ledger as well. And again, building the web with the Interledger protocol. We have Adrian Holt Bailey, all of these people that were basically with Ripple and now spread out to build on the XRP ledger and develop this ecosystem. So if you don't have a Coil account, I mean, I recommend it. I'm not going to, you know, tell you to, but I definitely recommend supporting the ecosystem. And I do have a Coil account if you'd like to follow. But again, we have launch of web monetization with the WordPress plugin. Okay. We have integration with Uphold, again, the other exchange. You can basically exchange anything for anything. No more direct currency pairs. And that's uphold.com. Launched Mojaloop Foundation as founding members. Again, the Gates Foundation and Ripple working together to basically help the unbanked in Africa and get these networks together with Interledger. We have Imager with the Emerald release. We have, you know, they launched a grant for the web hackathon after opening $100 million grant for proposals. There's a new Coil extension released with new sender-side privacy features. And again, Arturo Portilla, this gentleman used to actually run the giant page at XRP Center on Twitter, and his information, really, really smart guy. I always respect his, you know, input with things. And then again, Coil had their boosting program extended to Cinnamon. Go to Cinnamon, guys, Cinnamon Video. I believe that's the website. I have an account and I upload videos there as well for the XRP community. Okay? Cinnamon Video. All right, now right here, Brady Niels, guys, this is a great point, and I wanted to address this because I feel like, not a lot of people do. So we understand the technology between Bitcoin, XRP. I want all cryptocurrency to do well that solves a purpose. Awesome. Now he says, and we're talking about price points. If you understand this in this, term, when it equates to and carries over into value transfer for liquidity and slippage, can a $500 million Bitcoin or even, a $500,000 Bitcoin accomplish, in terms of price, can it accomplish the same thing as a $100 XRP price? No, it can't, and we understand exactly why. Now, price is only the message. Where it counts is functionality. All right, and then this gentleman sees Bitcoin heading to a $10 trillion market cap as a hedge fund manager's, way future of Bitcoin. And I mean, yeah, if you look at the kind of past with the dot-com bubble, looking at, 10 trillion, 9 trillion, whatever, this is the internet of value coming to fruition. If you think that, all cryptocurrency is going to stop at a 10 trillion market valuation, you have something coming. I mean, look at how much money we're printing in terms of even just the Federal Reserve. It's all a game of monopoly. There's something much bigger going on. And yes, everything's going to be tokenized. So it's not just going to be physical fiat and value. You're looking at, commercial real estate. You're looking at securities. You're looking at the intangible derivatives market of hundreds of trillions, if not low quadrillion dollar valuations. So you do the math and you decide for yourself, okay? Because I'm not necessarily going to be leaving this game, and I'm not going to be looking for all these exit plans to get out of an emerging asset class when it has, 10 years of upside. All right? And that's just, a made-up number. Okay, next, and this is going to be brief. We'll finish up with this. So Matthew L.I.N.Y., R3 partner, Coin and DTM Global. So essentially, guys, they're developing custody and settlement solutions for e-digital securities. Again, more tokenization of assets. And yes, they're using digital assets. It's not just, settling and better messaging. Partners including the Met Stock Exchange of India. So just to dive in briefly, again, if you guys want to read the article, you can find it on assetservicingtimes.com, and just hearing about Coin signing this joint venture, again, with Canadian-based DTM Global Holdings. It's all about post-trade solutions, traditional exchanges, merging and digital securities, kind of trading venues, better interoperability, better visibility. Same thing, guys. Okay, essentially efficiency, okay? Bottom line. Now, what I wanted to show you and just connect it with R3 is Matthew L.I.N.Y. sharing the DMT partners. You can kind of go back and cross-reference those. And then here is the R3 connection itself. So let me let this load. So on CoinRivet again, digital technology solution, VALK has partnered with Coin to provide custody and settlement services on the VALK platform. And as we can see here, security model transforms post-trade infrastructure, effectively eliminating reconciliations while delivering real-time settlements. Now, again, there's going to be plenty of these intra-networks. Do not, please understand that the more things and assets that are tokenized, they still have to interoperate. This is all bullish and great news for digital assets. It's not always just a direct competitor to XRP. Please comprehend that. There's nothing that can do what XRP can do on an open level playing field. We've talked about the dilemmas. We've talked about the issues of trust. And so far, the only technology that also has 10 years of track history without a single error rate and 50 million plus ledgers successfully closed ever, like the only open source technology that does not have an error rate that can compete is XRP. Okay, so again, Coin will offer a solution for digital assets and fiat that integrate with blockchain software, R3's Corda technology to provide custody on the VALK platform. Again, Corda, XRP integrated. This, I didn't say this has anything to do with XRP. What I'm saying is there's more tokenization, more value, and now there's more of a value push for Corda. We want all these big firms, the big boys of trade finance, the high value transactions running over Corda. Okay, that is a good thing for us. Whenever I see that, I get a little excited. All right, guys, I feel like I was ranting enough. Basically, for homework, look into more of, Don Donohue. Again, look into the Global Payment Steering Group. Please even look into the DTCC. Check out Ion and Whitney. I did not say it has XRP relation directly, but again, this value still has to work. And understand that, remember, they use CLS as an FX partner. CLS is integrated with Global Pay Plus. Global Pay Plus is used and created by Finastra. Finastra is in a RippleNet partner directly. Top 48 of the top 50 banks in the world already integrated. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that Ripple's just been meeting with, for years, the top central banks of the world, specifically even China, and now it's all quiet. All right, connect these dots. Marcus Treacher, look on Ripple's website, look at their leadership, and kind of go through and play connect the dot, and then look at who even left Ripple and strategically was placed somewhere as well. Even, what was it, Kahina Van Dyke, check her out as well. There's so many dots to all of this. All right, remember to check the links in the video description for all things related to cryptocurrency. Shout out to Jamie XRP, Mikey, Crypto Beginner, Philip, Miles, Ken Melendez, and all other top channel members. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to like this video, share it around, and until next time.